gone down. Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
Fuck.
Oh, I think it's back.
Twitching?
Yeah,
Twitching. Yeah, refresh. We're back.
Are we going to go two-parter again like we did before?
Yeah, another two-parter. I don't know why it's done that. Fucking stupid thing.
Hey, that means I can do taxes twice.
Fresh taxes. So not sure when the stream went down, but just in case.
It's not been long. It's been a minute.
Yeah, we did the Dragonborn's turn. This guy's on the floor. These guys have run over. Jin has then come out, shut this door, run up the corridor. Scaff, you've heard him. It's now your turn.
Right, so again, I'll use my full action to move the 30 foot to the corner to the left if I can.
Oh, yeah, I'll give it, just about.
And then, obviously, because that guard's still there. What can I do as my action? Do I want to dash again close to the door?
So you can see that for the first time now, Scaff, you look down that corridor and you can see that the opposite door is open and there's fucking fire.
Right, so I'm guessing...
What a perspective. Boy, what the hell, boy.
So that guy to my left, is he... Obviously, I know on the screen he's just stood there.
Yeah,
but is
he seems like he's making his way, Making his way.
Right, so I'll then dash again to the door, the single door that's named as what I heard as the holding.
Yeah, so you get about...
I'll go behind the pillar to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that way that I know I've got a bit more obscurity then.
Mm-hmm. Jin, at that point, you would have heard a couple of footprints. So you're basically alternatingly gauging where people are based off some run past footprints. Still not aware of where each other is.
I just think to myself, Jin created fire. I'm proud of him.
Guard's turn. He's going to run up 30. You see fucking hell, what a situation. These two pull out water skins and basically do fuck all. They try to put out a bit of fire, but it's not doing a lot. This one turns and says, we need to get this fucking fire out. Sort it out. This guy is then going to turn and start sprinting back. On that round, we are going to pause briefly. Zafira, you are upstairs. You see that a lot of the guards upstairs, you distracted a few. Jemias basically... what you can intimate is that Jemias wanted to keep... If there's a kickoff downstairs, he wanted to keep guards up here to protect what seems to have become a bit of a VIP suite. And you can hear the sound of the fighting has dulled a bit, seems to be getting dealt with. Not much, it's only been about 20 seconds, so... But there's guards downstairs that seem to be dealing with the fight. Azura, you are led down the stairs. Led out of the front door and across to the courtyard where Zarmanafax is stood. The skeleton of. Octuvian hasn't said anything the whole way down just yet. as you get to the clearing, you notice that there is a number of guards, as you've seen before, kind of loosely in the area. And you see Octavian raises his hand and then closes his fist. And you see all of the guards kind of start making their way down. You see a couple of them go to that northern entrance way into the courtyard, and they kind of hold position there and they get the shields out. You see that a couple of the other guards, they all basically filter around and block all of the entrances and exits to this courtyard. Octavian turns and says, "There is only one more opportunity for you to change your mind. I hope you do not. Of course, this is a long time coming, and it is, of course, very important to me, and we have to know."
I understand that. But as I say, I may never get another chance to know, and I need to know.
He kind of gestures towards the skeleton, walks forward, and gestures to what you've not really noticed before, but there's a circle, kind of not fully painted, but there's like a noted circle on the stone in front of the skeleton of Zarmanafat. And he gestures towards the circle. "Standing there for me. I do not know exactly what will happen. I just know that if the lineage is true, then we can bring him back. And we will all hail our ancestor once again."
Can I insight him to see if there's any deception on him not knowing what will happen?
Mm-hmm. Give me an insight.
Uh, 15.
Hard to read in this moment, I suppose. Just can't tell either way.
Can I walk up and I'll have a look at the circle? Is there anything distinctive about it? Any writings on it? Any?
Nothing in there. It just, as you get closer and you look, it kind of seems like almost like faded chalk on the sandstone. Like there's obviously a circle there, but it's not been painted on or drawn in blood, or there's a circle there to stand in, but it's faded.
Again, I'll stand before the circle and I'll be like, "Forgive me," and I'll step forward.
You step into the circle. You hear a kind of guttural growl in Octavian's throat. And he lets out a loud, almost like a bark. Not like a full roar, it's more like a bark. All of his guards... Yeah, you turn, you look at him. All of his guards repeat this bark back to him. As you turn and look at him, you see that he has a knife in his hand. And he cuts his hand as he lets out this bark. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
22.
22? Okay. You feel a cut appear across your hand, but you don't take any damage. Give me a Charisma saving throw.
Oh, ow, 3.
3, you are paralyzed. You feel a sort of wind and a change in the air around you. And you cannot move. And as you look down at your hand, the cut that has appeared, you don't take any damage from it, but a cut has appeared on your hand and blood has started to run down your forearm. We will cut back to Jin's turn inside Tolderren House.
I'm gonna approach his sconce
Yeah.
and quickly check around me to see if
disappeared.
there's anybody coming from the corridor.
Yeah, you approach the sconce, you look down the corridor, you can see that the guys at the end, this guy is still running up. These guys they're shouting in Draconic at this point. Scaff, you can hear them shouting, he's like, fucking go get help. And you can see they've got water skins out and they're basically just, not, water, it's not a bucket. Water doesn't come out at, like, that quick from water skins, and they're clearly panicked, and they're like just trying to fucking, it's like squirting a fucking Capri Sun at a fire. It's not doing a lot, but they weren't expecting a big fuck off fire. But this guy's running.
The good thing is it's a Molotov cocktail, so unless there is like wood in there, it will burn itself out.
Yeah, it's on stone, but in this moment, it's and it was a lot bigger than you originally anticipated.
That's also true.
This guy is running this way.
With the chaos going on, I will softly, so not too loudly, sort of like say, when the guards passed, I'm gonna fiddle with the sconce. Try the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold an action to basically actively investigate the sconce when the guys passed me.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
That would be pretty good, but I don't have that much of a plus. A 19.
19, okay. Guard's turn. This guy runs over and in a panic, not knowing what to do and seeing his brother's Capri sunning the fire, you see him lean back and lets out his lightning breath weapon. And it basically does fuck all. It's just lightning on stone. But he's panicking.
Yeah.
Those guys are still trying to Capri Sun. This guy is going to run 30 and then dash 30. Kind of runs, skids, uses his tail to support, and he's just like... So he's on toes. With a 19, you grab the sconce, you investigate it. With a 19, you could pull it. Like you feel the mechanism. It's not like you've got the sconce in a handle. You'd normally lift the handle out and use it as a torch. It's fixed. It won't pull out, but you feel like you could pull it towards you. And as you investigate, you can see that the fixing isn't just a flat fixing on the wall. It goes into the wall.
All right.
Scaff? You continuing to the door?
Yep, so hearing obviously Jin say that, on the pillar, I'll just like give it like little knock knock as if like saying yes.
Yep.
And then I'll go to the door.
You go to the
wait
door?
for Jin to pull the lever.
Pull the lever, crunk. Okay.
And then just like whilst obviously the other guards have gone past, obviously them other guards are dealing with the fire, just give like a little short, sharp whistle, like a very across, just so Jin knows that I'm there.
Okay.
And then effectively just hold the remainder of my action just in case anything does like jump out of the door.
Okay.
Just in case. Even
Guard
though I can't be surprised.
carries on sprinting. Jin,
Pull the sconce.
pull the sconce.
Yeah. Oh.
Um, so you pull the sconce. The wall shifts towards you. Can get a little look-ski in.
Make
As you... Yeah, do you go in the room, or are you just standing in this entryway looking? Like, just at a base look in, you can see there's 3 chests that you can see. You can't see that one round there. You can see 3 chests. That's all you can see as you just have a look in without going further in.
I'm use my ring of
Sight.
Detect object.
X-ray vision. Oh, locate object.
Yeah, I'm gonna use locate object.
Okay. Of course, thinking... Yeah, what are you locating?
The figurine that we were looking for.
Okay. You use your
I
ring...
sort of picture the figurine and...
Yeah. You look into this room. Nothing.
Is it pinging anywhere around me?
Turn around.
The mother of my best. Fuck.
You got a ping over this way. I don't know exactly where it is without moving the fog of war, but it's this way.
Yeah, it's somewhere inside of that one. Okay.
But you know you're on the right floor, and it's not that far away, reasonably.
Yeah. Looking ahead of me.
Yeah. You can see just about the sides of these 2 and that chest in the middle.
I'm gonna take a ginger look or step inside, just like 5 feet.
Okay. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Just sort of like good at those.
You are good at those.
Yeah, I am very good at those. 27.
Yeah, 27. You jump back quickly as you go in. You see there is a statue, which of like a knight of some kind. The faceplate opens up, and just a flamethrower-esque, basically filling the entire this first area, just burns out.
Okay.
And it continues throughout at least the rest of your turn. So it's still going on
Okay.
during your turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna use the remaining of my movement to move out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Go down the corridor
Which way?
towards the door, which I know that I sort of asked Scaff to go to.
Yeah, this way.
Yeah, but I'll just go straight through the middle.
Yeah. So you went 5 feet in, so you've got 35 feet.
Yeah, sort of ending at his. Would have pulling the sconce been an action or a bonus action?
It was a full action to pull the sconce.
Okay, perfect. All right. As I know that Scaff sort of went towards the door, I sort of very softly and under my breath, knowing the chaos up front is still happening. There's now fire going on behind me, with like the statue breathing fire. Treasure room behind me, trap triggered, additional distraction, ping to my left.
Okay. Scaff.
Okay. Just have a look at behind me then, seeing, obviously I'm guessing I see the door open behind us.
Yeah, you can just see, like, through this crack, and you can just see fire spouting from somewhere.
Yeah. No, that's fine then. So if Jin's saying to his left, I'm guessing it's not this door, so I'll make my way down to the other single door.
Okay.
As I'm going past him, because if he's still on my left, to say, just say, on your left then.
On your left.
As you pass from his right, but yeah, still. You don't know exactly where it is.
Very confused.
Okay.
And then, yeah, just move my 30 feet as much as I can close to the wall.
You get to
I want to be hugging the wall as much as possible.
Right, okay, let's... So you could get to there with your 30.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
I'll just move you back a little bit and then up to the wall.
And then with my actual action, I'll just hold action on that one now at this point. Because obviously, if them guards turn around and do something, I might want to react to that if I can.
Okay. Yeah, Jin, as you're looking through, you can see that some of the fire is starting to dwindle. I'm not going to delete all this bullshit. The fire starts to dwindle a bit.
Slowly.
These guards move in, trying to help. This guy looks around. Let's give him a perception check. See if he notices the fire or if he's too distracted. Nope, too distracted. 5 on the dice. He is going to stay there for at least one more round. But you have seen that
There's additional light source behind me.
Yeah, he is trying to... Yeah, he's panicked. You've got the benefit of panic at the minute. That guy's fucked off. 60 feet, it's going to take him 2 turns at least to get upstairs. Azura. Paralysed with a cut that has opened across your palm. You see... you looking forward. You see Zarmanifax in front of you. Octuvian walks towards you. And he stands next to you. Do not fear this, my prince. For this is necessary. Think of all of the big things that you can be a part of. And being the return of the dragons, there is nothing bigger. You see he takes blood from his hand and he draws another circle on the stone next to you, and he stands in it. And he puts his bloody hand on your shoulder. Give me another Constitution saving throw. At disadvantage, because you're paralysed.
Nine, 15.
15. Your hit point maximum is halved. You gain 2 points of exhaustion. As you feel the slice on your hand start to spread, and it moves from the side of your hand where the cut was. It moves along your forearm into your armpit, all the way down your left side, back up your inside leg, back down your inside, up your right side, and up to the outer of your right hand. It's a slice that splits slightly and blood starts to trickle from it. You've not been cut in twain, but it feels like it. Hence the burst of exhaustive pain and your hit point maximum halving. You try to let out a scream in pain, but paralysed, nothing leaves your lips. Octavian, with his hand on your shoulder, begins to chant in Infernal. Do you speak Infernal?
Yes.
You hear him chant, "For my Lord, for our Saviour. May this piece of history be reborn. Bring him back." And he just chants it over and over. We will cut back to the inside. Jin. We may go over time a little bit here, guys, if that's okay. I'll try to be hasty. We have got 3 weeks off. Won't go on long. Jin?
I'm going to make my way to the door.
This
2
one.
more hours. 2 more.
This one? Or this one? Yep.
No, the one. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how far you moved. 30 feet.
30. So I have 10 feet left.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Try and open it.
I'm going to open it.
Interesting. I can't remember how much to reveal. Fuck it.
Theater of mine, I did.
So you can see into a room. There's a large pot of something. There's some books. There's some benches. There's a small chest at the end. And the ping...
Oh. I can't wait to find out.
For Biggie's inquisitive
Exactly.
face, it's not an egg. There's just not another fizz rep.
Oh.
Apologies. Apologies.
Here I was hoping you would have had some overlap with the porcelain egg thing that we found in the. That would have been cool.
Eric's
But yes.
face of joy then. I was like, oh.
Apologies.
Yeah,
I saw everyone's face go, oh? Like, oh no, it's not an egg. There's just not many small
Not a
fizz
porcelain egg?
so the room is open. You can see, I guess you're going to step in.
Yeah, I'm gonna step in first into the precipice.
Yeah. 5 feet.
And then step forward. Yeah, and then an additional 5. So it's like
Yeah, you look around, you can see what you can see.
around.
Ceiling is obviously here, it's an enclosed room. Supports a large pot of something bubbling there. There's a small fire underneath it. It smells sweet. reminds you of like dessert kind of sweet. It's a big cauldron of something. There's a small chest over there. Looks more like a storage chest than a treasure chest. Couple of books and benches. And a door to your left.
Opening door wasn't either bonus or free because it's open.
It was a free action because it was unlocked, yeah.
I'm gonna pop an additional movement because I want to get out of the way of the door so Scaff can enter.
Yeah.
And I'm going to see if the door that I see to my left can be opened as well. Just walk to it, sort of like rummage with it, and then leave it because I couldn't open it again in my turn.
Yeah, you can't open it on this turn, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem locked.
Yeah, all right, perfect.
Scaff, you've seen this door open.
Yeah, so seeing it open, I can only imagine Jin's already gone inside. So I'll go into the door inside it and I'll close it behind me carefully.
Very smart. Okay, you've got 10 feet left.
Yeah.
You can see what you can see. Books, benches, something sweet smelling, bubbling away. Storage chest. Oh, couple of shelves. Seem empty.
Don't have anything to even attempt to know what that's cooking.
Go over and investigate
I'd
it
be
if you want.
inquisitive. I mean, I could investigate it, but I don't know what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Because I don't brew out, so I'd be inquisitive on what it is. But is that box open in front of us?
There are some open books, yeah, over there. Pile of
Yeah.
books. One's open.
Nah, screw it, we're here for a mission. Go move 10 feet to try and go to the other door.
Yeah, you get 10 feet and then you'll bump into an invisible force.
Rude.
I can't see you.
Try harder.
So I moved, and was it an action or
It's a
bonus
free
action?
free action to shut the door.
Okay. Lean. Now that I can feel where Jin is, try and lean over to open the door. I'm pushing through.
If you want to use your actual action to open the door.
Yeah, I'll use my action to open the door.
Okay.
This one.
Let's just move that out of the way.
Because obviously Jin's in the way, I can't really then go any further.
Yeah, but between you, you open the door. You can see in. There's barrels. Large barrel. It's about all you can see from through the doorway.
Just whisper again, just because obviously it's a room. Careful of tripwires.
Okay.
That's my action.
This guy, now seeing that the fire is dwindling, you hear some muffled voices from out in the corridor. Can't really hear what's said because the door's shut. But you do hear rapid stompy feet running this way. Bit more of the fire dwindles. You do then hear what sounds like a pained yell shouting, "No!" muffled through the doorway.
Jeremiah!
Jin?
I'm gonna carefully step into the room. When I reach around the pillar, or
another storage chest, barrel, table, another storage chest, a cot, some casks.
It's a cot, so there's probably like someone that sleeps here. I'm gonna very quickly check the pillar if there's any sort of noticeable mechanism on the floor or on the pillar itself.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
$17.
Okay, you check the pillars. Doesn't seem to be, after Scaff said, check for tripwires. Doesn't seem to be anything.
I'm gonna make myself to the door. My remaining movement.
So that was about
No, to the
15. Yeah. So you've got another. So, yeah, get to the door.
I'm not gonna stand like right in front of it.
Okay.
I stand to the side of it for a moment. Yeah, that side, yeah. And see if I can fiddle with the door handle.
This one feels locked.
Sort of talk behind me. This one's locked. Do I still have like any sort of action left?
We'll say it was free / bonus to have you investigate. Just let a quick pat round. Yeah, you've still got your action.
Then I'm gonna take up my my thief tools.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and unlock the door.
Yeah, give me a dexterity check plus proficiency. I guess you're proficient in thieves' tools.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Yeah. So D20 plus dex plus proficiency.
19.
19. You fiddle. It's a bit rough. What I'm going to say is you will succeed, but on the next round. As it takes a bit of time to get through it.
Almost got it.
Scaff?
Hearing Jin say, obviously it's locked, I'll go into the room with him, but I'll be facing the room I've just come out of.
Okay.
With my, so that pillar to the left of me there.
Yeah.
I'll be effectively crouched to the left of it.
Like behind here?
Yep.
Or
that way. Yeah.
just
that
facing
way I'm
ready.
keeping an eye. Yeah. That way, just in case, obviously I'll crouch down. That way, if anyone does come in, that door, I've got an eye on them. Whereas whilst Jin's unlocking the door.
Okay, cool. Saphira, you are upstairs. You hear the sounds of the fight basically seems to have been quietened down now. And you hear a few muffled conversations. Oh, what was that? Is there a fight? Is everyone okay? You see people trying to look down the stairs. And then you hear a panicked voice shouting, "There's fire at the northern stairs! Fire!" And then you hear the guards then start making their way downstairs.
I'll look over to my sister, see what she's doing.
She was conversing, chilling, having a drink. It's definitely gone a lot more swimmingly. There was obviously a bit of tension when the fight kicked off, but she's just, she feels comfortable. She's got you. She's got her honor guard. If the fight came upstairs, he'll be fine. But then as that kicks off, she then looks at you a bit panicked.
I'll sort of gesture for her to stay where she is, sort of a stay put kind of thing, and I'll start following the guards down.
Okay.
See if I can help with anything.
Yeah. So we'll say as the guards all make haste, there'll be 3 turns. So remind me, there'll be 3 turns, and then you'll get to the bottom of the stairs as they all run down to the north. Azura. Pain racks through your whole body as you feel as if you have been split in twain. The blood that seeps out of the split across your whole body starts to drip down from your feet and starts to slither and slide its way towards the Zarmanafax skeleton. Give me another Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Your hit point maximum halves again, but you don't gain any more exhaustion this time. As you can almost feel the blood leaving your body, but your paralysed, rigid form can't move or do anything about it. You can just, as a tear kind of gathers in the side of your eye as you're raked by pain, you kind of look over towards Octavian, whose skin is melting away from his form. Your pooled blood and Octavian's skin start to melt together on the floor and slither across towards the skeleton of Zarmanafax. You can see it start to wrap and form. Muscle and sinew starts to build up across the skeleton of Zarmanafax. Give me a perception check.
14.
14. You can see that the forming skin, you were told that, of course, you were special because this was the last remaining gem dragonborn. The skin is not of gem, and it is not of copper. It is not red, nor green, nor blue. It is white, ice white. As the skin starts to form and muscle grows around the form of what you thought was the remains of Zarmanafax. Before the last of the skin leaves Octavian, you hear him shout in a pain that you've not heard before, right close to your face. A dejected, defeated, disappointed scream of pain in Draconic. And his form collapses. A pile of bones next to you. Give me another Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Well, it's an 18. The
18.
other one was a nat 20.
Oof. Your hit point maximum halves again. And you gain 1 level of exhaustion. The pain is almost unbearable, and this exhaustion, this weakness that is coming across you as you can feel your very essence being drained away as the blood is leaving your body. You can hear the guards shouting out, panicked. So this has obviously not gone to plan. And they start running over to where the pile of what once was Octavian. They start to run in. Give me a charisma saving throw with advantage.
Well, that charisma plus 1. That's 17.
17.
And that was lucky because the other one was a nat 1.
You start to hear skittering in the back of your mind. And a familiar voice speaks to the back of your mind. How do you expect to remain my taker of souls if you are to perish at the foot of a dragon? This was not my plan when I sent you back. Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. What's my persuasion? 17.
17. What would you say in response?
This was not my plan either. But it's funny how fate deals its hand in life.
Pathetic. You feel the slice across your hand split as 3 almost spectral chains stretch out from your hand. The chains lash up towards this white dragon that's forming in front of you. One wraps around its arm, one wraps around its leg, one wraps around its neck. This will not be the end of my soul taking. If I am not to have you, then I will have it. Give me one more Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh, God. 13.
13. Your hit point maximum halves again. And you gain another level of exhaustion. The paralysis ends. And you collapse in a heap of blood-drained agony on the floor. Give me a perception check.
22.
22. You look towards the dragon, and you see that the chain that was wrapped around its arm and its leg and its neck have almost faded in to form those similar faded chain remnants that you had on your arm. And you look towards your arm, and the chain is gone from your arm. You see the white skin that has started to form on this dragon, which is now starting to move and writhe. And you start to see sparks in its throat. It then freezes and almost shudders and goes rigid again as all of the skin and muscle and sinew that has started to grow on it falls back away onto the floor and just starts to melt into a bloody mess on the floor. The dragon then starts to move again, and it lets out a shriek that shouldn't be formed with no vocal cords. It's a pained, almost deafening shriek. Everybody in House Tolderren, you hear this shriek. It's piercing from wherever you are, even underground. You hear this shriek, louder than anything you've ever heard of. Saphira, everyone in the room almost kind of cowers, winces, as they look around, trying to determine where this deafening shriek is coming from. They cover their ears. You boys hear it too. Azura, you look as this dragon skeletal animates and drops onto all fours, spreading its skeletal wings. It arches back its head and shrieks once more. And then takes flight. Just flies straight up, lands on top of Zarmanafak's tower, shrieks again, and takes flight again, and starts to fly south. Southwest.
Oh, fuck no.
Back downstairs. You boys are in the room. Saphira, you've got 3 turns. If you still want to keep running down, you'll have 3 turns till you're downstairs. Jin. The door locked.
Door opens, right?
Yeah. I mean, you've heard this piercing screech, almost deafening. But you click the lock.
What the Scaff, you're in the room, you heard that? And I sort of try and push the door open.
Yeah, it's a pull door.
Oh. First pull.
You push the door.
Fuck. Open it up.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Got him.
Exactly that reaction. Like, God, always with these doors.
Next time, make it a sliding door. That's even funnier. It doesn't push or pull.
Yeah, you open the door, you look inside. It's what you can see, the supporting pillars in an otherwise open room. You can still sense the ping from in and to the right, but before you've gone in.
I'm going to use my Ring of Gifted Sight.
Okay.
And I'm going to check for basically floor mechanisms in front of me.
Motherfucker.
Make sure I'm not going to step on any fucking trap tiles.
So you... Motherfucker. You can't see any floor bullshit in front of you, but what I will give you is there are very subtle holes that seem to outline the whole room. Very subtle holes that, I mean, reasonably, you can't see through the stone of rock, but you can see, as far as you can see in, there seems to be some kind of mechanism.
You can see, like, into, like, about a foot's worth.
Yeah, like, reasonably, it seems like there's some kind of blow dart chisel lining the room.
How high up is the art blow darts?
About neck height. So, like, you know, average Joe is probably going to cop it in the neck or the face. Or the back of the head, or the side of the head, or, you know, it's like all the way around the room.
Yeah. I'm going to say behind me, crouch, darts, neck level. And I'm going to drop down, basically, like I'm crouching. And I am going to step into the room.
Step into the room. As you do...
Actually, I was already crouched down as well.
Scaff, you hear darts pew, pew, ping into that far wall. Darts start pinging every 6 seconds. So, like, once per round, a round of darts.
How much movement do I have left?
You've come 10, so 30.
That's exactly where I want to go. With my ring still active, I'm going to look at where the statuette is.
Yeah, that's literally it. On this little plinth. Statue acquired.
There's no, like, pressure thing going on below, like the plinth, or the plinth itself looking funky.
Nope. It's just a fancy plinth.
I'm gonna grab it.
Mm-hmm. You have the statuette.
With my remaining movements, move back out.
So you can get about 5.
Like halfway, yeah, like there, yeah. And I'll sort of like talk towards the other room. I've got the statue.
Okay. Scaff. Still crouched. Another dart comes and pings into the opposite wall.
So with the darts coming flying past, I'm going to move forward a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm going to hold position.
Mm-hmm. Still maintaining that held, looking at the doorway.
Because I want to make sure that one Jin's got it and nobody comes in the room running round like yeah.
Okay, so you're protecting that doorway.
I'll give it like a little shout back saying, holding position.
Cool. Dragonborn's turn. This guy's gonna go. Whatever, he's running. A bit more of the fire dwindles. For the sake of removing it, these guys have gone in to try and see if they could do anything with this guy. Next round, Jin, you've got 2 more Zephyra.
I'm gonna go back out of the room.
Still crouched. Get 25 to the door.
And then an additional 5 into the... Is it going to be a bonus action or a full action to put the statue on the ground?
I mean, you're holding the statue. You can put the statue down for free if you want to just put it on the floor.
Okay. I'm gonna put it on the floor.
Yep.
Using just my free action to quickly say to Scaff, take the statue to the guys that want this. I'm then going to dash to get into the other room as quickly as I can.
So you'll go in, you've got to dash to this way?
Yeah.
So you went 25... Fucking hell. 25 off
25,
80.
15...
Another 25 will be to there, so you've got another 30 feet. You can go another 16 to there, 14 feet.
I'm going to step away from the door a little bit in case Scaff needs to. I don't have any action economy left to open the door, right?
I mean, the door's not, the door's not locked. You'll have nothing left if you want to open the door.
I will open the door.
Okay. You got 14 feet.
I'm gonna run towards where the fire, or not. No. How long do I realistically have left on my invisibility at this point in time?
How long does it last? 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah, it's only been a couple of minutes.
Is the fire out? If I look around the corner.
You look round the corner, that's still blowing. And this is like dwindled a lot. Enough you can see the 2 guys that are like crouched by a guy that's on the floor. And that's probably the first time you notice that that guy's been a bit charred.
I'm gonna like... I'm gonna step out of the way so Scaff can go through. So just around the corner, pretty much. That'll be it.
Okay, Scaff.
Right. So obviously,
So
Jin's
it's put the statue about here.
Yeah. Obviously,
and then ran past you. Probably could have brought it to you, but I wasn't going to say shit.
So
I thought about that too late.
Yeah.
Darts.
One's come through, there'll be another one on the next round.
Right. So keep crouched. go over and pick the statue up.
Yeah. So yeah, we go 15, pick up the statue, 15 back to where you were.
Yeah. And then what I'm going to do, because obviously with Jin saying, get this to the Green Lizard House, House Pursuua.
Sure, that's the word I was looking for.
I'm then also going to cast as an action to increase my stealth by another 10, pass without trace.
Okay.
Which then adds a plus 10 bonus to stealth.
Yes, sir.
So if you're happy with me using my previous one, which was 22, that'll be 32.
If you're about to start stealth sprinting, you'll have to make a new one.
I'm not sprinting. I'm just making sure I get out of the house. Tolderren very stealthily.
Yeah, 32 drunk people panic. No one's got that high passive.
So yeah, I'm gonna then cast like say pass without trace, and then I'm just gonna, if it takes me a while, I'm just slowly going out.
Yeah, we'll just say for the purposes of you using your turns, getting out as quickly and quietly as possible, we'll just get you out for now.
Yeah.
Just assume you're making your way back to the stairs, off and on the way, quickly and quietly.
If the fire to the left, is it gone down enough that I can get out that way?
Yeah. You'd have to go past these guys, and there's like charred on the floor. Using your brain, you'd probably leave footprints. These guys are like trying to deal with their guy, and then some
so
footprints just appear in the char on the floor. Wait a second.
With pass without trace, I leave no tracks.
Then shut my mouth. You could go that way if you want.
A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage.
So for another point of clarity, you've not been out this way. You know where the northern stairs were? Reasonably... I mean, obviously you're closer from here to the northern stairs. That's the only reason that makes it arguably quicker.
Yeah,
you're saving maybe 30 seconds by going to them stairs. It's up to you.
Yeah, just putting one and one together, like Jin threw on about Molotovs, and it's like Jin must have come down that side before, so that seems the quicker route to go down at the moment.
Okay. What I will say is, as you start making your way to these stairs, well, I mean, you're about to find out. There is people coming down them. A lot of people.
Obviously, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to take my time because obviously I don't want to bump into anyone. Yeah. So if it means me standing in one place to let people pass, like that is what I'm going to do. I'm just literally taking my time to be stealthily just to get out.
Okay, cool. We'll hop to Azura, and then Zafira will get to the bottom of the stairs. Azura, you've just witnessed a now animated skeletal dragon, wreathed in chain, fly the fuck away. You are collapsed on the floor, exhausted, weak, in agony, surrounded by Octavian's guards, who have just watched him turn into a pile of bone and mush. Give me one final Constitution saving throw to maintain consciousness.
At disadvantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it will be now because of the exhaustion. Yeah, that's probably not going to be with a... mind you, 14.
14. You pass out unconscious. At least for a brief moment, the pain subsides. Give me one death saving throw.
Send it to you, DM.
Yeah. Okay. Saphira. Where's our girl? For the sake of moving a bunch of models, you've run down the stairs and there's 6 dudes with you.
Okay.
Get to the bottom of the stairs to see the last. There's a few bits of flame, a large area of char, and 2 panicked dragonborn crouched over a unconscious dragonborn.
Okay. I'll immediately make my way over to the one that's on the floor.
Making my way.
And I'll have a look and how he's doing, if he's still alive.
He is alive. Barely.
Barely. Okay.
If I was to put a counter on it, I would say he's failed 2 death saving throws.
Oh god.
Oh no, that only have given me 1 round 2 to know what I was doing.
Cure wounds. I only have 2nd level spell slot left. So 2nd level spell slot, cure wounds. Get my d8. It's 2d8.
You reach down, gripping your symbol of Kerecekian, not hesitating in this moment, seeing a man in need.
That's 8. 12 points. 12 hit points.
The guards don't question you. They just seem panicked. They don't even get a chance to ask you for help before you reach down to save this man's life in the name of Kerecekian. You watch as the burns that cover his entire body heal over. Hello? You hear these 2. Oh. Praise Kerecekian as they look at you, tears in their eyes. The other guards flank and start to make their way into the corridor. Jin, you see Saphira in the doorway. Just saved the man. For the point of just the point of a little bit of time passing, you leaving the door, or would you have shut it?
No, I would have closed it.
Yeah, I figured as much, but just for you see a bunch of guards. They start coming in. Yeah, Saphira. I was guarding the doorway, and all of a sudden there was a flash of light and excruciating pain.
Do you think you can move? And I'll offer him a hand.
Kind of takes your hand and sits up. Oh, thank you, miss.
I'll look him over. Any more obvious injuries, or
no? You've done enough to save his life.
Right. Do you have any other healers here? Anywhere we can rest? Look at the other 2.
They kind of. I'll be honest, we weren't expecting any kind of issues. Certainly not a raging fire. And they look over towards the booze and they're like, that could have been catastrophic.
That could have been way worse. I mean, obviously not on a day like today, right? But it's always the most inopportune times, isn't it?
Even when not expecting trouble, we must always be prepared.
Right. I'll I'm sure you must have some sort of
Yes, there
resting
is.
area for staff.
Yes, Yes, there's a sort of side room just down on the right there, where a lot of the staff rest, and he kind of looks at you, hesitant to finish. We rest there.
Oh, down here.
Well, sometimes just
Seems...
stood around. It's nice to be able to sit down sometimes,
But surely you don't stay here permanently, right? Do you have
No,
staff housing?
we rotate. We rotate. We're just down here because of the party tonight. There's usually less people.
You know what? I don't think this is a good idea to leave him down here.
No,
Well,
no.
I'll sort of hook his arm over my shoulder. I'll get him upstairs, and find him somewhere to rest. Get him something to drink. Sure, you must be parched.
Yes. Thank you very much. We will help you. We'll leave the others to look around.
All right. Come on then, slowly.
And you guide him up the stairs. Azura, give me a death saving throw. In the DMs, please. Jin, you watch as a guard approaches, opens this door, and heads inside. Watch.
I would probably use the time.
Yeah, you've had
chaos of sort of like movement.
Yeah.
I would probably stealthily, with the remaining of my time with the invisibility potion, I would almost like in their shadows, stealthily move my way back up the stairs.
So you're going to follow Zafira and these guys?
Yeah. And then probably dip into one of the side rooms upstairs. And if I can find like a pint of whatever booze, I'll sort of come out one of the side rooms, like pint in hand, like, huh.
Zafira, give me a perception check with disadvantage, only because it's you.
I'm not perceiving shit. Well, the 13, maybe?
13. Difficult to tell. Only because it's you. As you're traversing the stairs back upstairs. Swear you could smell gin.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't be surprised.
But yeah, with you all heading back upstairs, Scath making a safely but hasty retreat. Azura, give me another death saving throw, please. Drum roll. Okay. But on that note, with party and chaos, unexpected outcomes, that's where we will end. Well done, everybody. We have a 3-week break. But those of you in the Discord, etc., will keep you posted. Of course, the video will be up, or videos, because we had a split in the middle again. Videos will be up on YouTube at the weekend. Have a good few weeks, everybody. Thank you all for watching. YouTube will see you back and it'll seem like nothing's happened. Much love, everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Nighty night.
Ciao for now.